What's happening, y'all? Showman Flex back at it again with another episode of the Flex Files. Another driving episode. Let's get into it, y'all. What women say and do are oftentimes two completely different things. I've made other videos similar to this. I probably have made another video with the same title. I don't know. I might have. But in any event, make sure to click that subscribe button below so that way you know when I post new content videos for y'all. Right? Thank y'all and shout out to all the new subscribers, the old ones that have been since day one. I love all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining and tuning in. We are collectively growing every day on this channel. So I thank you. Right? But let's get into today's topic. Women say and do two completely different things, oftentimes. They just do, right? That is a lot of times a woman's nature, right? That's why you have to, as a man, just go out there on the field, and you have to go out there on the field and approach and try, converse, as some people like to say, conversate. That's not a real word. You know what I mean? Other than, look, someplace in the South or in South Central LA, that's what they say. But no, like on the real, you have to go out there on the field and see, and try, approach, attempt. Because the truth is, you don't really ever know until you actually be out on the field with women and, see what their energy is like towards you, right? And that's the thing. Like a lot of times a woman will say, and you see this on the Pop the Balloon, Pop the Balloon videos, right? Where a woman will say that and I think it's coming back to me now. I talked about it when I was talking about height. Really doesn't matter that much as what you think it does to women, right? But anyways, like the Pop the Balloon shows, you'll see a bunch of women saying, excuse me, that they don't want to do this, that they don't want to do a dude that's under 6 feet, or they don't want a dude that's 5'7", right? And they may have said it prior to the dude that came in. They may have said it like a dude or two before that came in, right? And for people who don't know what I'm talking about the Pop the Balloon show, right? It's where you'll have a line of women and they have like a balloon, right? And you see a single guy, he comes into the room where all the women with the balloons unpopped, like he'll come in there where they at. And if they don't find him attractive by the way he dresses, like it's based on attraction a lot of times, and the dude, or even the way the dude is dressed, right? And that's why a lot of time women do go off of how you dress, right? They'll pop the balloon. Like, that's why sometimes you'll see in on these shows, sometimes you'll see a dude come in, he probably like 5'7", he out of shape, he ain't dressed right, whatever like that. And it'd be like it's like 8 or 9 women with their balloons, and they all pop them. They all pop them because, they don't find them attractive, right? And most of the time with a dude like that that's 5'7", they'd be like, yeah, he's not my type. I like a dude that's taller, and so on and so forth, right? And that's kind of like what they say, right? But then it'll be another dude that'll come in right after him that's the same height, the same fucking height. He probably look a little better, but they leave their balloons unpopped. And now he done got his foot in the door. Now they want to see what he say. They want to see how he talks. They want to see what his demeanor is like, right? And I'll be thinking in my mind, I'll be like, wait a minute. This dude is the same height, maybe even shorter, but they didn't pop their balloons for him. The dude is not 6 feet either. Like, a lot of times they'll be like, yeah, I like a dude who's taller. I want a dude who's at least like 6 feet. And it's like, nah, baby, you just weren't interested. You didn't find him attractive. You weren't interested because this other dude done came in and you think he a little bit more attractive. That's why you kept your balloon unpopped for him. You ain't pop your balloon for this 5'7" dude, but you popped your balloon for this 5'7" dude, right? Or not even just the height, y'all. It could be the accent, the demeanor. Like, a lot of times what women say and do are two different things. If they find you attractive, they are going to choose you, right? Like, you could, and this goes for money. This goes for money. A woman can say she want a dude with money that's a high earning man that makes like $500,000 a year. Cause let's be for real, even nowadays they saying that a dude that make like just barely over $100,000 a year ain't much, right? So let's just start off the cap of $500,000. They say they want to make $500,000 a year or more. But if it could be a dude that approaches her and he broke, he ain't got no money like that. He probably making like, or he $70,000 a year ain't really broke. That's not broke, but he could be making that, right? And she choosing him. That's because something about him is attractive to her. Hell, she'll even have get pregnant by the dude, right? Ask yourself the question, why you seeing all these dudes is like 5'6", 5'7", that got kids. They got baby mamas, got multiple baby mamas. I keep bringing this up because oftentimes it's not just about what women say. It's about what they do. They are very complex in that way. And a lot of times their mind changes. You know, their moods change, their mind changes. That's just kind of how they are, right? And so, you know, you'll see their list of what they want will change. You know, changes by the day, by the hour. Like, once you realize that, that's why I say once you realize that, you'll just start going out there on the field and finding out for yourself. You know, that's why sometimes, you know, the bold dudes that approach, you know, look, I give props to them because, you know, especially cold approach, because they like, you know what? Hey, look, she just ain't met me yet. She just ain't met me yet. Like, yeah, she said, yeah, I know I ain't 5'8". I know I ain't but 5'8". I know I ain't 6 feet. I ain't got that much money, but shit, she ain't met me yet. You know what I mean? You got to have that mentality because that's a true mentality of confidence. That's where confidence comes in, right? And that's what a lot of dudes don't really understand. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bro, like you have to at least go out there for the attempt, right? And, you know, that's why I say what they say and do are two completely different things. And a lot of time, y'all got to also understand that women are used to being led. So a lot of times, so they follow a lot. They follow because of that. And a lot of times women will choose their preferences over other women. That's how come when you see a dude, that's why when you see a dude and he's not that attractive, he's not even that tall, but he got a fine woman on his arm, other women want to be with him now. They're curious damn, he must have a lot going for him. Like, how he get her? And then they just instantly become more attracted to that guy that's not that attractive. And this happens on the Pop the Balloon show. On the Pop the Balloon show, you'll see a dude that's like 6'2", and it's just something off about it. It's just something off about him, but he's tall. He's tall, but it's just something off about him, whether how he dresses or whether, you know, how he carries himself or speaks or whatever, his aura, his energy is just off. Women look at so many different things, y'all, right? But all of a sudden, all these women start popping their balloon as soon as they hear him talking. As soon as they hear him talk, he could have his hairstyle may not be what they like either. I don't know, right? All of a sudden, all these women pop their balloons as soon as this 6'2" dude starts talking. And then and so you see that and you like, damn, they just following each other. Like, they just doing what all the other women are doing, right? But a dude is 6'2", but they popped their balloon on him. That tells you it's not all about the height. That tells you that. But I bring that up because they follow each other a lot of times, y'all. And so sometimes they just do things because they follow other women. So you can't, you have to, it's really at the end of the day, making yourself being the best version of a man that you can possibly be. Be the best version of a man that you can be. That's how, and become the top tier man, become the superior man, become the supreme man, right? That's what ultimately what it's about. Women say and do two completely different things. So oftentimes you do need to have the approach of, well, she just ain't met me yet. I know she says she want this and that, and I'm not that type of guy, but I'm going to at least try, right? I'm at least try. I'm at least go for it and see what happens. I know we in the culture, the dating culture, modern day of men not approaching, but I'm going to at least try. She ain't met me before yet. So maybe she going to change her mind when she meet me, right? She going to become head over heels when she meet me. That's kind of the approach that you have to take at times, right? Because women say and do two completely different things, y'all. Anyways, y'all, I hope this video helps. Another short one, but I wanted to give y'all something, and I wanted to talk about this topic, and I hadn't yet. So specifically, women do say and do two different things, because they do, right? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Thank y'all so much for joining and subscribing to the channel. Shout out to y'all. Make sure to click that subscribe button so that way you know when I post new content for y'all on the daily. All right, stay blessed. It's your man Flex. I'm out. Peace.